There we go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Everybody that's coming in at this point, thank you so much. Really do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Anybody that's coming in and watching the replay, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we are here. This was a fantastic win. Great win. You lose AD, right? Anytime that happens, fear sets in, right? It's like, uh-oh, what's going to happen here? Are we going to be able to pull this out? Are we in trouble? What's going to end up happening? And we really did. We had a great game. Really, guys stepped up, right? Austin Reeves was great tonight. Russ was fantastic tonight. Had a triple double. Braun was Braun, fantastic. Thomas Bryant was great today. And again, we've talked about it on these live streams. I've talked about it now in videos. We've reiterated it on several occasions. Look, Thomas Bryant deserves more minutes. I don't know why he's not getting minutes. I really don't know why. Like, he needs to play more, and I think he just proved it tonight that he deserves the play time. I mean, he was great against one of the top 3 centers in the league. Thomas Bryant came out and put up a monster performance, was getting rebounds, out working, out hustling, banging down low with them, playing some solid defense. It was just great. I mean, seriously, Thomas Bryant deserves a lot of credit. 21 points, 9 of 11. He was even 50% from 3, 6 rebounds. Just a great, solid night's work. I mean, seriously, what more could you ask for? Christie was fantastic tonight, the rookie. I'm telling you, man, he was giving Jamal Murray some fits. I still stand by my statement of, like, he might be our best on-ball defender. That kid is so good at just defensively, staying in front of his guy, his quick feet, everything. That guy is he's fantastic. If he starts hitting shots like he did tonight, I'm telling you, that kid's gonna be a player, for real. He was fantastic. And I really liked what we saw from him tonight. He was just very solid player all around, indeed. Jarrett coming in hot with the super chat. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. Thomas Max deserve minutes moving forward. Agreed. I said before the season began, watching him and thing, I was like, his defense alone might get him rotation minutes, but the offensive output that he had, and like his ability to score, if he can do that, you got to play him, right? You got to play him defensively. He's great. If he can hit a couple shots, I mean, obviously you don't want to lean too heavy on the rookie, right? You're not trying to play him 40 minutes or whatever. But he deserves some rotation minutes. He's got good size, good length, great at staying in front of his guy, all of that. Very solid. Jarrett, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate the super chat. Lakers won without AD. Crazy. Yes, agreed. If AD is out for an extended time, we're going to have to let Detroit fleece us on a Bojan trade. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because, I mean, if you're out AD, I don't think Bojan's going to help. But, you're still lacking size. Hopefully, winning Gabriel's back soon. Great team win. Yeah, facts. Great team win. Yes, great win. Agreed. 25 minutes a night. He deserves it. He's great. A weird Russ game. I thought Russ was great tonight. He was fantastic. Yes, believe in your bench. Facts. I'm glad they finally played Bryant and passed him the ball. Yeah, dude, that guy he's a baller, man. He's a hooper. Like, trust the guy. Trust your team. You got him for a reason, right? You got him because of what he could be, So here we go. Yes, solid win. And Christie. Yes, Christie was fantastic. Earned himself some more minutes. He did. He is great. He's been shooting 70% from Russ passes all year. Yeah, dude, him and Russ have a great chemistry. They do. They have a really solid chemistry. I really like it. Now, if only they brought in Huff. Problem with Huff is when he's played against NBA competition, he's lost. He's really good in the G League, but every time he's came and played some NBA minutes, he's almost unplayable. Like I don't know if it's jitters or what. LeBron and James, mama, there goes that man. Facts, fantastic today, fantastic. The chart? How did the chart start before I got a notification? How the chat start before you got a? Hey, they're on top of it. People are on it, especially after a solid win. Gotta love it, and I appreciate you. Brian is a solid scorer. He is. He's just a solid player. He really is. He deserves more minutes. They really need to give that dude minutes. Many of us have been preaching that for some time, and hopefully this was a sign going forward that they're going to do that. This was a big win. Needed this for real. Yeah, facts. I'm with you. Down goes AD. Supposedly it's not anything major. He is going to get MRI tomorrow, but it looks like it's nothing bad. Just bad foot injury or a non-bad foot injury. Best win of the season, bro. Yeah, this was really good. This was really good. Also, TB stands for too big. Facts. The big strong plays, the big strong moves. He was banding down there with the Joker. Getting just taking that power dribble, leaning into him, he's just great. Chrissy looks great with 3 and G League. Yeah, Chrissy's gonna be a really good player. Really good player. Glad he showed today. Yes, agreed. He is. Chrissy's gonna be nice. Need some run time too. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him getting a couple minutes. Again, you don't want to rely too heavily on him, but I wouldn't be mad if you had him play a couple minutes, especially if he's knocking down shots. If he's knocking down shots, man. Russell Westbrook, that's my dog. Yeah, facts. Russ was great. Another triple-double. Christy looks better than AR when he was in year 1. Oh, Christy, I'm telling you, Christy's also younger, like 4 years younger than him, year 1. Christy's 19 years old. He's 19 years old, and he might be our best on-ball defender already. Like, he is so good, so gifted with closeouts. He knows how to use his length, everything. So he's really good. If he can start knocking down shots, and he has a good-looking shot, right? Like, his shot isn't like, he doesn't have some weird, he's pretty, like, he's there. He's in the box. Like, so if he can just, like, knock down shots with some consistency, watch out, dude. He might end up being a real player for the Lakers. What happened to AD? He got a foot injury. He like came down awkwardly on his foot. Probably just like bruised it or something like that. Which hurts nonetheless. Beverly, best game of his career, 10 points. Dude, Beverly actually did play pretty solid tonight. Like, as much as I like to talk about how Beverly's been useless out there, he actually had a very solid game tonight. He was everywhere. 4 or 6, 2 or 3 from 3, 10 points. He had 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Like, if we get this Patrick Beverly, this is the Patrick Beverly that we were hoping to get. Knock down some shots, give us about 10 points a game, give us some assists, give us some rebounds, defend. Like, that's the Patrick Beverly we were hoping for. All of our guards, for the most part, Walker had a bit of a rough night tonight, but Dennis Schroeder came up big. He had 15 points. Patrick Beverly, he came in with 10. Like it was a solid game across the fronts. Lonnie only had 3 points. He was 1 of 7, so he had a rough game. But Lonnie's been great for us all year, so can't really knock him too much. He's a Kuz type of development. Have the size and the shot. Yeah, it'll probably take a year or 2 for him to really get comfortable. Not just that, think of how good he is defensively now. Wait till he gets his grown man body. He's still got that 19-year-old kid body. That like skinny frame. Like, wait till he like puts some weight and some muscle on him, and he's able to just kind of like push guys around. Like, I'm telling you, man, Max Christie, he might be our starting shooting guard for the future. LeBron's on fire. Our bank was great tonight. Yes, I agree. Westbrook with a double-double, Reeves 16. Russ had a triple-double, but yes, it was a great all-around game. Great all-around game from everybody. I loved it. But is AD's injury serious? No, based on the reports that we got, it's not. They don't believe it's serious. He's going to get an MRI tomorrow, so we'll know a little more tomorrow. But, yeah, he's supposed to be fine. I keep saying don't make any trades unless it's landscaping change. And again, Trust the process. Can't say it'll work, but that's what trust is. Yeah, I mean, look, I still think we need, personally, I still think we need some sort of minor trade. I still think you trade Patrick Beverley. I still think you trade Kendrick Nunn. I don't think we need a big blockbuster trade. Like, that's something I've talked about. Like, you can't trade Russ, just trade Russ. I mean, Russ has been so good for us all season. Has he had bad games? Yes. Has he had bad moments? Yes. But he's also had great games, great moments, and he's been very consistent off the bench. His chemistry with the big guys, we would lose so much production. It's not even just him playing the game of basketball. It's his playmaking, his facilitating, his chemistry with our bigs, Thomas Bryant, Anthony Davis, Wenyen Gabriel. Like, he's really just, he's the setup guy. He really is. He's the setup guy, and it's really nice to see. Thomas Bryant, Max Christie have been showing flashes off good things lately. Yeah, I love it. I love seeing it. What makes me the most ecstatic is that it seems that Ham is actually learning and willing to adjust outside of his gritty. Yeah, I mean, look, he's a first-year head coach. He's going to have some good moments. He's going to have some bad moments. He's been an assistant, and he's worked with some of the best coaches in the league, right? But everything's trial and error. He's got a small team, all that stuff. So he's learning on the fly as his players are, right? That's something he's got to do a better job. He's going to learn. He's not, like, that was one of the big things about him, and one of the reasons why the Lakers wanted him so bad is he's a player coach. But not only is he a player coach, he's not so bullheaded to where, it's my way, it's this, it's that. Like, he's willing to say, hey, I messed up. I should do this lineup. I should do that. The only thing that drives me crazy about him is his obsession and love of Patrick Beverley. I don't know what it is about his love and obsession with Patrick Beverley, but regardless, good one. Russ is running away with Sixth Man of the Year. He really is. Like, he's the best. He is. It's not even just scoring. Like, are there 6 men scoring more points than him? Sure. But to get the points, the assists, the rebounds, come on. Scottie Pippen Jr. has been balling. He's a shooter. Would like to see how he does in an NBA game. Yeah, we got to unload some guards first. If we get Cam and Fournier plus Whiteside in place of Jones, we might actually have a chance. I mean, I would like it. I'm a little worried about Fournier because Fournier could go either way. He could either be a huge positive or a bit of a negative. Real quick, before I continue, hit that subscribe button for me. I'm trying to hit 7K subs before the end of the year. We got 150 people in here. I'm only 26 subs away from 6,500. That would be awesome. So take a second, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And also hit that like button. Again, only takes a second and it means a ton. And really does help me out as a small creator, trying to grow the channel here. So please take a second and thank you. But diving into this question, gotta see more Christie. Not sure why it's taken this long. Got to give him some time so he can develop. No, I mean, you got to give him some play. I mean, the problem is we're off to such a bad start. It's hard to play the rookie, like serious minutes when you're 2-10, right? Like, Ham's played him in moments and in spots. But Christie's nice, man, especially if he's knocking down shots. I'm telling you, if he's knocking down shots, he's a problem. Like, for real. Arthur coming in hot with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Bryant is reminiscent of Montrez, high energy. Yes, I actually think he's all around better than Montrez. I do understand the comparison, right? The high energy, fast, just nonstop motor, all that stuff. All that stuff is important. But beyond that, I just think his ability to shoot the shot. He's taller. He's got a little bit of a lift. People forget that dude was really good as a starting center for the Washington Wizards. Like, that dude, he was like a 15 and 10 guy at night. Like, he's a guy that can put up points, put up numbers. So this isn't like an anomaly, right? And he has chemistry with Russ, stuff like that. So that it's not that shocking to see, in my opinion, at least. Hey, you can't hate LeBron today. I'm JK. Yeah, no, LeBron was fantastic today. Fantastic. I loved what we saw from LeBron. What's going on, Jay? How are you? I appreciate you. Shout out to us for the win. Facts. Any news on winning? Nothing that I've been able to see. Nothing I've been able to find, at least as of yet. Hopefully he's back soon because we could really use him, especially if AD is going to be out any significant minutes. If he's missing any, significant time, then we definitely definitely need Winion back, because that would at least take a little bit of the pressure off, and kind of help, just help facilitate things in general for us as far as like our big man in size. But May coming in hot with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Great work. You and Trevor Lane are only legit Lakers news. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Look, Trevor Lane, I've said it countless times. Trevor Lane over at Lakers Nation, fantastic. Doing a great job over there. I'm sure they're live streaming as well. So to have people in here with this stream, I do. I thank you and appreciate you all. Seriously, I try to do my best to give you the best news possible. Sometimes we'll have fun discussions. I like to explore different trade ideas. Have different talks. Sometimes I'll just make a video just to hear your thoughts and opinions. But when we're talking news, we're talking news. I try to give you guys the best just content information as possible to the best of my ability. Again, I'm not some insider. I'm just fan like everyone else. I'm just some guy on the internet that enjoys talking Lakers, and I'm blessed enough to be in this position to be growing the channel and have all you wonderful people in the stream. So I'm very thankful. Seriously, you guys are awesome. And if you're new here, again, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. It takes a second to subscribe and like the video, and it's free. It doesn't cost $2 like a super chat. Thank you. What else? People by taking for talking about he made a glass. Yeah, you can clearly see how he planted his foot. Something in the ankle area, jerk or tweaks. It look like it hurt. Oh, it does hurt. If you've ever played sport, it's not fun at all. Look, knick-knack things happen, injuries happen, guys landing on foots happen. It's not made of glass. People are going to talk because it's AD. Finally, a complete game. Yes, agreed. It was nice. Like, these are the kind of games that give me confidence in this team. Beverly started clowning though, and got benched. Yeah, yeah. He's gotta keep his head in the game. Excuse me. Max Christie is a player of the game for me. That defense, dude. I'm telling you, people. I've said it since we drafted him. Literally, go back, look at the receipts. I have said over and over and over again, Max Christie might be our best on-ball defender. And he just keeps proving it. Every time that kid's plays. Dude, in Summer League, he was elite level, right? Preseason, elite level. Now he's just, he was making things so difficult for Jamal Murray. This is the guy that was putting up 50 in the last playoff series he was playing in, right? And for him to make things so difficult, and look, he's young. He's only going to improve. He's going to get his grown man body. I'm telling you, man, that kid, he might be a real truth. If he can develop a shot and scoring, he might be like our, defensive 3-and-D shooting guard of the future. For real. Lakers don't need some crazy trade. Really need more depth. Give guys like Thomas Bryant, Christie, Bev a shot coming around. Yeah, I've said, if we could just get us a minor trade, get us a piece or two. We need more starting level guys, right? We got a bunch of really nice pieces, but they're playing in roles that they shouldn't be playing in, right? Austin Reeves isn't supposed to be your third or fourth best player. Walker isn't supposed to be your third or fourth best player, right? Those guys are guys that are best suited to be your fifth, sixth, or seventh best player. So now, if Austin Reeves is coming off the bench and giving you 15, it has that much more of an impact. If Walker comes in, gives you 15, it's that much more of an impact, right? We just need a solid player or two come in and really round out the rotation, because we have about, on a nightly basis, we have about 5 guys that contribute. Tonight was a more well-rounded game, right? Everyone kind of chipped in, but for the most part, it's kind of been just a handful of guys, right? Sometimes a guy or two will alternate, but it's usually LeBron Davis, Russ, and then it'll be Walker and Reeves, or Reeves and Brown, or Reeves and Bryant, or Walker and Bryant, or whatever. This was the first complete game, as someone said earlier. That's kind of how I felt too. This was a very good complete game from everybody. So Yeah, I still think we need a piece or two, but nothing too major. Nothing too major. Lakers are good. We just need time. Yes, facts. Low key Bev shot has been coming around. You're right. Yeah, it really has. I mean, again, this is the Beverly tonight was the Beverly that we had hoped that we were getting. A well-rounded Beverly, solid defense, got a couple rebounds, got a couple assists, gave you 10 points, right? Like that's why you went and got Patrick Beverly. Guy that come in, veteran leader, be a defensive stopper, be a voice in the locker room, come in, give you 10 plus a game on good efficiency, guard one of the better players on the other team, get you some assists, get you some rebounds, right? Boom. This Beverly was the Beverly we were hoping for all year. Problem is that a game or two here and there is not what we need. We need this consistently. Can he turn it around and get consistently? Sure, maybe, hopefully. Can't trade Russ. Yeah, I agree. Can't. Yeah, I think we should keep Russ. Yeah, you got it. Unless like some deal comes along that it's like, all right, like that's a no-brainer. Yeah. The problem with trying to trade Russ though too is the value, right? Like you're not going to get fair value for Russell Westbrook. You're just not. Because all the teams that want Russell Westbrook, they don't want Russ to play Russ. They want Russ to clear off salary or to get assets from the Lakers. So you're automatically at a net negative in negotiations. So it doesn't make sense for the Lakers to make a trade unless a team comes along that goes, man, I really like Russell Westbrook. But no contender is going to do that because he's making $47 million, right? Like, if he was making like $20 million, I think we'd have all kinds of suitors, right? Especially the way that he's playing right now. I think if he was making like $20 million a year, legit, I think we'd have probably half the league calling about Russell Westbrook and trying to work out deals because you can get to that money without blowing your team up, right? So like a team like, Phoenix, that's like, man, we could like imagine Russ off the bench, especially like if Chris Paul, if he's having like a little nagging thing, could have Russ come in and take his spot, whatever, right? You could see them maybe going, okay, well, maybe we could trade like Jay Crowder and give him a piece or something, give him maybe a one of the younger guys or something, or like a pick or something. Cool. Like now you get something like that, right? But he's not. He's making $47 million. So it just makes it so much more challenging. But, Davis is out 2 weeks, I think. Is that what the report said? I know that they said that he was getting evaluated tomorrow. I didn't see anything about him being out for extended time. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's not. Last I saw, like I got a notification saying that he Anthony Davis, right, for went out 10. Davis isn't expected or isn't expecting it to be severe after leaving game versus the Nuggets. Yeah, it's the only thing I see right now. I don't know. I'll have to look into it more when we get there. How did you meet Jake as it stands? So for those that don't know, I have another like Laker channel that I do with a buddy of mine, Jake. It's called AIS, the Laker Show. If you want, go subscribe over there. We're trying to get to 3K subs over there. I have a link on the homepage of this channel if you go and check it out. I don't think I have a link in the description of this video, but nonetheless, we also did a live stream over there that I did post in the community post. So if you go to the community post on this channel, you'll see that channel as well. But anyway, Jake, I've known him for years and years and years. He moved. He used to live here in Vegas with me. He recently moved, and so we were friends out here and all that stuff. And then I was doing the Laker channel here. I was having some success, and it was a lot of fun. And he was like, "Man, I'd love to do that." And I was like, "Hey, I got this other channel I'm not using. Why don't we do it together?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So we started that channel. So we go live on that channel every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We end up doing the streams there. And then he posts clips every other day. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, he posts clips. So yeah, there it is. Little story for y'all. What happened to AD? He got a foot injury. Landed wrong, landed awkward. So hopefully it's not bad. They say it's not severe, so that's good. We're the people that always talking about LeBron. Yeah, exactly. I told you Bryant at center was the issue. Bryant was great tonight. Great. He is fantastic. Let's see. Russ is playing great coming off the bench. Agreed. Facts. Absolutely. Brian at the 5, AD at the 4, and this team looks like a new team. I still think you need AD at the 5. Maybe play Brian at the 4, interchange them, or I wouldn't mind them playing big. Triple dub. Russ, yes, it was wonderful. We sucked all year, and he hasn't let Brian AD play a single game together. I mean, they've played in stretches together, but they haven't started or anything. They're closed games. No excuse for that coaching. You're talking about the thing. Sorry, I was like, huh? And I said AD, his ankle in the air. When he planted before he jumped, you can absolutely can't help that. Yeah, look, injuries happen, things happen. It's just how it goes. I mean, LeBron had to sit because he, hurt his ankle and was having ankle issues for a little bit. Like, it happens. It's part of the game of basketball, right? Ankles, your feet, all of those things. It's all part of the game of basketball. It's just how it goes. Can't really blame somebody for that. Yeah, but people always want to find an excuse for when it comes to Anthony Davis. That's just how it is. Raymond coming in hot with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I don't see a comment in it, so I don't know if you were just giving it for support, which I really appreciate either way, or if you actually had a comment attached to that. But if you do, I'll keep an eye out for the comment. If you had a comment that you wanted to say, then I'll definitely look at that. But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Seriously, that was very kind of you. Where are we? There we go. We need to keep Russ. We actually need to give Russ an extension for like $20-25 million a year. I mean, if he's willing to come back, then I wouldn't mind it. It just depends. Like, does he want to? Is he willing to come back? That's a real question. Max Christie needs to play more minutes. Yes, I wouldn't mind it at all. Right, I didn't get a notification either. Really? YouTube's weird sometimes though too. Like I've had YouTube like unsubscribe people randomly. I've had people tell me like YouTube unsubscribed me because I was subscribed to you and now I'm not. I've had people not get notifications for like weeks. And they'll be like, oh, man, like, why haven't you gone live in like a week? And I'm like, I went live like an hour ago. And they're like, what? So, yeah, it's just YouTube. Most of at the end of the game, I always do a live stream. I think I've missed, 1 or 2 games, something like that. Brian AD, Brian, Walker Reeves. Then you rotate Russ, Troy, Schroeder, and Jones at the 5 off the bench because no team has a good second unit big anyways. Yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that. They could maybe work something like that out. Hopefully AD sits out another game so Bryant can finally show them that they need to feed him like AD and Dwight Howard. I've seen multiple times when Bryant was open and treated him like Dwight. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it at all. Our next game is against Washington. I could see the Lakers resting LeBron, especially if Walker comes back. I could see that. What else? I would call this a solid win. Agreed. I think Lakers should shop Lonnie in a package with Pat Bev. Lakers don't have a lot of cap next year, and he's probably going to get 15 to 20 million. He's only 24 and having a breakout season. So honestly, like I've even thought about like actually putting this in video form. But right now it's like we're getting all the news about like Lakers trades and stuff like that. But I wouldn't I don't want to trade him just to trade him, But there's a couple things. One, would Walker be willing to? So very likely the most we're going to be able to offer Walker is like 7.7 million or something like that. So just under 8 million, right? That's the most, or that's like the most realistic amount that we'll be able to pay Walker next year, right? Would Walker be willing to take that for us to get bird rights so then we can sign him to a bigger deal? Sort of like we'll give you this, like take this now and we'll take care of you, in a year or so. And it's not uncommon. Like the most recent example I can think of would be Bobby Portis with Milwaukee, right? He did that. He took lesser money than he would have gotten elsewhere, but he did it so that way the Bucks could re-sign him, and the Bucks actually gave him more money than what he would have gotten elsewhere as like a scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type thing. So it comes down to, does Walker want to stay with the Lakers, or does he just want the payday, right? Does he really want to be a Laker long term, or is he just in it for the payday? Either way, it's okay. If he's in it for the long term, then you can kind of go that route of like, okay, well, cool, let's keep him. So that if he doesn't, and you can find the right deal, I wouldn't be completely against it. I don't want them to don't just trade him just to trade him, because he is still very valuable for us, even if it's just this year. But it does beg the question of like, do you move him to a team if you can get some assets or something for him? Because he's probably not going to be around longer than this year. And Raymond, look, Tyler, it's taken me 2 weeks now to donate. You mean I get to comment too? Yes, Raymond. Well, yeah. So like when you're doing the super chat, they do have like super stickers, which is like just sends the sticker. But the super chat that you gave me a moment ago, which again, thank you so much, Raymond. That was very kind of you. But yeah, that donation, like you can actually put like your comment in it, just for future reference. But otherwise, like I said, I was keeping an eye out in case you had a comment that you wanted to say. But regardless, thank you so much. Seriously. What's going on, Buckicker? Salute. Appreciate you being here. What is up? Yeah, I really do like TB. Ham needs to use it more. Agreed. Yes, get those likes up. Only takes a second. Yes, please take a moment, like the video, and also subscribe to the channel. I'm 23 subs away from 6,500. I'm trying to get to 7K by the end of the year. Only takes a second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and very well appreciate it. I'd be very, very thankful. That'd be awesome. Especially if I could get to like 6,500 while we're on the stream. That'd be awesome. Everyone played great tonight. Pretty happy watching this game. Yeah, this was just a great all-around game from everybody, right? Everyone contributed. Everyone put their pieces in it. Everyone kind of, did things. Like, this was a great team win. And we need more of these. Definitely. Definitely. Only player TB can't play against is Joel. Yeah, I mean, most centers can't play against Joel, right? Besides Lonnie, he looks like he's lost his confidence a little. I think Lonnie will be all right. I mean, he had a bit of a rough game today. But I mean, he's been about as consistent of a player as we have had this year. Those 3 buckets by Braun in the fourth was the nail in the coffin. Yeah, he was great today. Great closing. Great. I mean, just all around. Period. He was just really good today. I hope AD is okay. From what the report said, they don't believe it's anything major. They are going to do an MRI tomorrow, so we'll know more tomorrow. But he should be okay. Hopefully, maybe he misses a game or two. Who's a better point guard, Curry or Magic? I talk point guard, Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's a better point guard. I'm taking Steph over Magic. Shooting wise, yes, but Magic. I mean, the size, the passing, the intangibles, like just everything. I mean, Magic was something else. Who got better, D, Bev or Christie? I'm just trolling. Christie, yeah. I think Christie too at this age. Everyone has a bad game. Lonnie, for the most part, has been like his most consistent. Exactly. Yeah, same thing I said. Yeah, I agree with you. He's fine. Like, everyone has bad nights. Everyone has bad games. Yeah, I'll take Steph, but Magic's a better point guard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's saying better point guard. You got to go Magic. Magic is the better point guard. Let's see. Oh, I'm sure it does. One, to get his confidence up, because he's better than most G League players, so he's probably in there just killing it, and then comes here and then plays his role, builds his confidence in a shot. He gets to work on things. It's good. It just more reps is all it is. AD might be out for a little while. Yeah. Luckily, so I was breaking this down on the Lakers show earlier. If you look like our next, you could make an argument that we could win every single game between now and like January 12th, right? Like we could legit, now that we beat Denver, we could legit go. Like the only team we play that it's like, that might be tough is Phoenix, especially if we don't have AD. Phoenix is the only team you could look at and go, oh man, right? Other than Phoenix, we play like the Magic, we play Atlanta twice, we play the Kings twice, we play like literally our next 13. We could legit go like 13-0. Will we? Probably not. You know, you're gonna have a bad game. We're also playing several teams. We have like 2 back-to-backs during that stretch. So imagine the Lakers are probably going to sit guys those games. Also, you're playing teams like Atlanta twice. Are you going to really be able to beat them twice in like a week, maybe? But within the next 13 games, if we can go like 9-4, then we'd be a game over. We'd be a game over 500 going into like mid-January, which would be just chef kiss, because hopefully by that point we got a deal, would be getting close to the trade deadline. Hopefully that deal would help, you know. So all the games right now are winnable, even with just the team we're playing. So hopefully we can kick that in. Russ did have a triple-double, correct that? Yes, he did. He did. You could tell Max could shoot. Just needed more NBA reps. Yeah, I mean, he's like I was saying earlier, like he has a good-looking shot. It just, you know, he's just like anything. You know, when you're coming in, you need to build that confidence. You need to get those reps. You need to, you know, you have legit 7-footers closing in on you, 6'8" guys. You have grown men closing on you on any given night constantly, rather than, you know, when you're in college, you got like some guys that are like 5'10" trying to close out on you and stuff like that. Or, you know, they're all like skinny and scrawny like you are, right? Like, you know, you have Jokic just charging at you with a head of steam. I mean, it's a little daunting. You're like, oh, like this dude runs into me, he's gonna kill me, right? So it's just reps. It's just getting comfortable. Max did good. Yes, he did. Magic is the greatest point guard of all time. Steph is a combo guard. Yes. You know what's crazy? AD gets hurt a lot against the Nuggets. It's like a curse. Yeah, I don't know what it is about them, but also the Lakers just. And I said this. Not the first, like the last game that they played, where they won that game. Like I said that I thought that they would win, and everyone was like, "Oh, you really think that they're?" And this is when they were bad, right? And I was like, "Yeah." For whatever reason, the Lakers always seem to have Denver's number. Always. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes it's just how it is, right? Like some teams, doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter how bad you are, they just beat you. Like that's really common in football too, right? There's always that like one team, you know, like the Patriots, like every year they're like best team in the league, and then they play like Jacksonville, and Jacksonville's like only win of the season against like the 11-1 Patriots. Like it's just some teams just have your number. Magic started at center. He did won a championship too. Will Harden ever win a ring? I don't think so, personally, unless he goes to like, you know, some stack team or something like that. Because Kareem was hurt, Magic won Finals MVP as a rookie. Yes, very, very true. He's going to be okay. He'll be fine. Max Christie back-to-back threes is what started Lakers' momentum to pull away. Yes, agreed. He was just on it. I love it. I love to see it. Yes, y'all subscribe for my boy and turn on notifications. You forgot to. That is true. I did forget that. So yes, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Turn on notifications and like this video. Very simple. 20 seconds of your time. I don't even think it takes that long. Like 6 seconds of your time. Do that, and I appreciate you. I did. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Kuzma coming to LA Sunday. Watch him drop 50 against his. I wouldn't imagine. Dude, he was trying to like show us something last time, right? I mean, he was single-handedly trying to get them back into the game. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for that game. Christie needs his minutes. He's got to get his rookie lumps out so he can really improve. Ham needs to give him a chance to mess up and learn because his high side is too good. Look, I agree. I think a lot of that has to do with, again, our poor start. It's hard to play a rookie, you know, when you don't really know how he's going to do, how he's going to go, and give him the lumps when you're trying to win. because you're trying to be a contender and you start the season 2-10, right? It's kind of hard to like, all right, let's get this rookie 20 minutes a game. Where the Lakers right now, the Lakers were sitting in like the 3 seed or something, then I think Christie would probably be getting a pretty good amount of minutes. I think today was a good boost for Christie. Agreed. We can't trade Russ for nothing. For me, Kyrie is the only piece. Yeah, you can't just give up. You can't just give up Russ, right? It has to be the right deal. It has to be something. Like I said, and it doesn't even necessarily need to be, a superstar, because there's a couple factors, at least in my opinion, right? Does Russ want to stay with the Lakers? Do the Lakers see Russ in the future plans? Again, you're not trading Russ just to trade Russ. But if a deal comes up that maybe makes more sense for now and the next like year or two, then you might want to trade Russ, right? Because there's not really a bunch of free agents out there unless you are confident Kyrie's coming, right? If Kyrie, which I do kind of think he is going to come, but do you really want to bank on that? That's something. And depending on what the pieces are, maybe you can work out a sign and trade, because the Nets, if he walks, they have no money to replace him. So wouldn't the Nets like to get something, to at least a player or a couple players, something like that? So I just think it depends on the circumstances. There's a couple things, in my opinion, that need to be taken into account, but you can't just trade Russ. Let's get this man to 10K likes before 2023. First off, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the super chat, $2 super chat. And yes. I think you meant subs, but hey, likes nonetheless. I love it. I'll take the likes, but hopefully you meant 10K subs, which would be amazing. I mean, look, I've had an incredible growth. Like I started this channel like 5 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that. It was when I posted my first video to this channel and having this. But for me to go from 0 to almost 6,500 in like a 5-month span, I am more than blessed, more than thankful. But yes, I would love to get to 10K before 2023. That would be amazing. And you could help. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. All you got to do is hit that like button. It takes a second, and I'd love it. I love it. Seriously. Thank you. And thank you, May. I do. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Let's see. Oh, where were we? We were. Okay, here we are. I like the genuine energy on this team. I do too. They do. Like, they got good. They all seem to really like each other. We got too many guards. Yes. Agreed. If Russ could cut down on some of the unnecessary turnovers, that is one thing. He's got to do a better job protecting the ball. But I mean, guys that have high usage usually turn the ball over a bunch. Oh my God, if AD is out a long time. Only got one big. Yeah. Unless Gabriel comes back. Because I mean, LeBron was holding his own at the 5 tonight, but ideally you don't want to have LeBron playing the 5 a bunch of minutes, right? So hopefully that's something that they don't have to do. This chat's my first choice ever since I discovered it. Lakers Nation gets the replay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously, I really appreciate that. I'm very thankful. And like I said, I mean, I have no problems. Like if people are watching them or come over here or, go back and forth, go over there for a few minutes, come here. I said Lakers Nation, they're fantastic. And they've been around for a while, right? So yeah, they're fantastic. And then May coming in hot with another $2 super chat. Thank you so much. You didn't have to. I know what you meant. Got to pay the piper. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, you didn't have to do another super chat. I'm not complaining. Believe me, I'm very thankful. But yeah, thank you. Yes, 10K subs. Like I said, I would absolutely love it. Hey, we could get to 6,500. I'm only 21 away. There's still 94 of you in the stream. And I'm sure that there's, at least some of you that aren't subscribed, a handful of you that aren't subscribed. Only takes a second. Don't trust that somebody else will subscribe. I want you to subscribe. Only you can prevent forest fires by subscribing. What I liked is LeBron James only demanded the ball at certain crucial times and let the players play. When LeBron James plays hero ball, the other players get cold in team. So dude, I was very impressed with LeBron that way. Like he trusted guys tonight. He didn't take a bunch of like ridiculous shots tonight, right? Like he attacked the basket. He was aggressive. He only took 4 threes. He was 1 of 4 from 3. But he only took 4 threes, which is great for LeBron, right? Especially as of late. I mean, just everything, right? He was so well done, and I really like it. I really liked what I saw from him today. I really did. So maybe Bev just had to warm up. Then, what you doing with him? You still got to trade him, in my opinion. I just think, one, he's your most sizable contract. 2, this team still needs something, And if you're not trading Russ, you might as well trade Bev. Although, like, this Bev was really nice, but even if he, let's say he gives us the exact same stat line every single game for the rest of the year, I still think you got to trade him. Just because if he was making like $5 million or a vet minimum or something, sure, keep him. But I just think with him making $13 million, if you can get a deal, you got to take the deal. That is right, Emily. Thank you so much. Yes, like, share, and subscribe. Let your friends know. Let your dog know. Let your cousin know. Sister, mother, dad, whatever. Let somebody know to come on over here and subscribe. And if you're watching this, subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Turn on bell notifications. All of that stuff. I'd greatly appreciate it. Listen, you can't play AD and Bryant together because then you have no big off the bench. I would like Bryant to finish the game with AD, though, for offensive rebounding and stuff. I mean, well, hopefully we have, Damian, or not Damian, just winning Gabriel and AD sooner rather than later. I like them two together at the end. Two, good point. Yeah. Let's see. We just need Turner. I don't think that's going to happen, if I'm being honest. And again, like, the problem with Turner is that, like, you still want AD to play minutes at the 5. You still want him to very likely, especially come playoff time, close games at the 5 and stuff. Like, you need a center that is okay with coming off the bench some nights and playing and starting some nights and playing some time. Like, you can play AD at the 4 sometimes. Like, think of like the 2020 bubble, right? AD, the big games, he started and finished at center. In the playoffs, he finished at center. All that stuff. Like, Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, they were role guys. They were guys that, had DMPs some nights, that played some nights, that started some nights, all of those things. You need a center that's willing to do that. Turner is not going to do that. Turner is not going to be okay with coming off the bench some nights, sitting on the bench some nights, not closing games, stuff like that. So that man is getting crazy paid. Yeah. How much did LeBron make this year? He's making like 40 million or something. 50 million coming up. 47 is crazy. I see why nobody wants him. Lakers are crazy. Yeah. We'd be 500 if we won those Philly and Boston games, man. Yeah, I know. It's rough. It is, but we've already paid Russ a third of his salary, though. Yes, that's true. We have, but it's still. If unless you're sending out more money, it kind of equates to the same. Look, Tyler, I got that comment earlier. If we look at every game with context, only Utah really beat us because we played well against them and we just got hot all game. Yeah. We're in there. When I complained about no notifications, I didn't get an explanation. All I got was an, "Oh, well, you're wrong, bro." What? Never. I don't believe that. We need this game against the Wizards, and then can't wait against the Suns. Suns ain't gonna do anything. Yeah, very possible. I feel like we honestly can compete with any team. I ain't saying win, but complete, which could lead to wins. I feel like honestly can compete. Oh, sorry. Yeah, can compete with anyone. Say that. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I read that wrong. I definitely think we can compete and ride with the best. 100%. What else? Do you think we'll have a trade by Christmas? I hope so. I have said I could see one. Now, granted, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I do. I would imagine that they'd like to at least, right? You'd at least like to get a trade going into Christmas. That way, kind of be fresh, ready to go by the new year. Give a little time. Um, they're playing 82 games. They're not going to have a good game every single game. Yeah, absolutely. People have good and bad. Danny Green. Problem is Danny Green's still rehabbing. I would take just Turner. Yeah. In your gut, which trade? Whoops. In your gut, which trade do you think Pelinka will make first? New York Spurs, etc. Best guess. My best guess. If the Knicks give a first, I think Rob Pelinka would do that deal immediately. If the Knicks don't do it first, I think they'll do the Spurs deal before they do the Knicks deal. But the Knicks seem to be the only team that's really like willing to work with us, right? They kind of seem to be the ones that are like actually trying to get a trade done with us. But yeah, when the Lakers good win, the front office seems to take their foot off the gas in terms of trade. They lack the urgency that this concern to me to still need a trade regardless of a few wins. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, from everything that we see and hear and know, Rob's doing his due diligence. Got to keep a couple factors in mind. Like one, we can't force a trade, right? If only it worked as simple as like, hey, we want these guys. We're going to give you these guys. Deal done. Let's go, right? Like the other team has to be willing to trade. Other team has to, and it's still so early. Like teams don't have an urgency to trade right now. And that's a big problem. Like, for example, like Detroit, right? Lakers submit a deal for Bojan Bogdanovic. The way Detroit looks at it is like, we could get that same deal come the trade deadline, right? So, like, why are we in a rush to do it right now? But if you want Bojan and you want him now, we're going to charge you a little premium, right? And that's the issue the Lakers are having right now, right? Is teams are like, hey, come the trade deadline, Lakers will probably get a bunch of like fair offers and trades just because teams are more willing to unload guys. You got sellers, you got buyers. You'll probably have options that you don't have right now. You'll probably have teams coming out of the woodworks that you don't have right now. It opens up so much more. Problem is you're trying to do an early trade and teams look at that as like, well, we're not ready to do a deal yet, but if you're willing to give us too good of a deal, then we'll do it. I don't think it's a lack of urgency. I think it's just Rob only has what he has to trade and can't do a deal that just messes everything up, and teams have to be willing. Trade goes both ways is my only thing. So Lakers should talk about Mo Bamba. I would love if they could work out a deal to get like Mo Bamba, Terrence Ross, and like Gary Harris. That would be awesome. Y'all see that's what the Suns gave the Clippers. Yikes. Yeah, little Denver. Yeah. Russell Westbrook will get a triple-double. Oh, what is that? Triadruple quantum crippled double. I'm with it. The good teams been bad lately, and the mediocre teams been killing. Celtics, Sun have been bad, while Knicks and Nets have been red hot. Yeah, I mean, you have those cycles, right? Throughout an 82-game season, you got teams that go on a run. I mean, look at the Celtics last year, right? Celtics, like, at one point were what? They were, like, 11 and, like, 17 or something like that, something weird, something crazy like that, and then went on some, like, crazy run. And so it's just the process of a series. I like Lonnie a lot, but I got two concerns. He's a front runner, not good off the bench, and he was way too happy to be in San Antonio. I think Pop cut him loose to spank him, and he wants back. Yeah, maybe it's a real possibility. Look, I'm not against them trying to do some type of deal or make some type of trade or something like that with him. I don't want them to just unload him just to unload him, but there is an argument to be made of like, hey, maybe we should get some value for this kid. He's also young, you know what I mean? And he's killing it for the Lakers right now. So, once he gets right, I think we might be able to see a different type of Walker, maybe personally. And May coming in hot again. Thank you so much for $2 super chat. Just robbed that guy with red suit. Here's some extra money. Well, thank you. Poor Santa. Poor Santa. He didn't deserve that. No, but thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously. That's very kind of you. I will take Santa's robbed, stolen money. But thank you. Where were we? I lost my space in the chat. No. Oh, here we are. I got it back. All right, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. But they're dumb for doing that because they need to get wins, but we don't need to be struggling. They need to make one. Yeah. I mean, look, obviously, we got to kind of, we got to do a good job of weathering the storm, right? We got to do a good job of like keeping things in order, I guess, until we can find the right deal. Because that allows Rob to take the time to find a deal that makes sense, That's the one thing I'll give credit to Lakers org about. They have great scouting team. They really do. They just don't miss, man. Clippers didn't play like 6 rotation players. Where's PG? I know Kawhi's out. Kawhi seems to always be out, but no one ever talks about that. I've even brought up the question. I've even brought up the question of like, should the Clippers trade Kawhi Leonard? I don't think they would, but I think there's a real argument to be made of like taking Kawhi Leonard and like another piece and trying to go get like another star mid-tier guy, because the Clippers on paper are maybe one of the deepest, if not the most deepest teams, and you can make an argument like one of the best teams on paper. They just can't seem to get, stay healthy, right, with the main guys. What? No, you're definitely true. Thomas Bryant has got to get more playing time with or without AD. I agree. They do, and they load management. Yes. Anyone notice the NBA is becoming on any given night league? Just look at who's beating who and where it really is. It's like the football saying any given Sunday. It really has. I think that personally, that's just a testament to the talent level and skill in this league now. Right, you got so many, like the talent front to back is just unlike we've ever seen. Right, you got guys that don't play a minute that would probably be starting, 20 years ago. Right, it's just the talent level is just insane. So it's just you got all like any night you get a guy or two that's hot. It's just like, oh man, like it's just the league we're in right now, which is awesome. Yeah, so he can be that 1-2 punch off the bench like Bron and AD are. That'd be tough. Yeah, with the rest off the bench, yes. Because all these teams got talent. The worst teams in the league only score like 5 to 6 less a game. Yeah, the margins are very minimal. It's just like I said, it's just a testament to the talent in this league. Russell Westbrook will be MVP of the league this season. I don't know if it'll be MVP, but I think it'll be 6-man for sure. Yeah, like Russ said, I think 6-man for sure. Assuming he keeps playing in the 6-man role and Lakers don't trade him or something. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But what else? Oh, what we did get. We got Raymond coming in hot with the $2 super chat. Really appreciate it. Rob, the same fat guy, got his last $2. Well, thank you, man. Kick his shoes. Make sure he doesn't have a stash in his shoes. A lot of people like to hide money in the shoes. No, but thank you. Seriously, you are all so very kind. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Seriously. The poor fat guy in the red suit. That dude's just minding his own business, and all these people are robbing him. But I'll take it. I'll take the money. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Seriously, Raymond. Tyler, you think they're going to keep JTA next year? I don't understand that trade, even though it is $1 million. I do not personally, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, maybe just to have the guy, just to have a body type thing. Never really know. Russ, Bryant, Reeves off the bench is looking good. I really like that rotation off the bench too. I think those three off the bench are really nice. And he can beat. That's facts. Yeah. How is your favorite player? They're good. They're wonderful. No complaints. Um, uh, let's see. There we go. Lakers Nation, be afraid to say anything bad about LeBron. Look, I've talked bad about LeBron regularly. Every time I do, people don't seem to like it. It's not like I said. It's not like I've said LeBron, in my opinion, is the greatest player ever. Like just from a basketball standpoint, but he's not above criticism. You know, if he has a bad game, he has a bad game. If he has a bad day, it's a bad day. It doesn't mean that I think he sucks. Like people just take criticism as hate. It's not the same thing. It can be one or the other. But Butt Kicker coming in hot with the $2 super chat. Found a fat guy with a red suit on the ground. I love it. I love it, man. You know all these what are they? The mall Santas. All these mall Santas, man. They got the little buckets and stuff. Poor guys, but I do. I love it. Thank you so much, Butt Kicker. I love the little the little trend we got going on here. I'm very thankful. You guys are seriously kind. Seriously. Um, but would the NBA see Russ as the sixth man? He is playing the role, but he is an all-star. It would be interesting to pull though. I think they would. I really do. I think they would. Excuse me. I mean, because like to be fair, like who's played better than him? And I think that would be a good story for the NBA, right? Like, MVP, MVP scoring leader, Mr. Triple Double, goes to the bench, wins six man his first year, right? Like that's a story and a narrative that like the media would love to run an article on. He did it with the Lakers, and like who was the last Laker to win six man? How long ago was that, right? Like all of that stuff. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like that's the conversations that like media and the NBA would love to have in here. You know what I mean? So yeah, I absolutely think that they would. Absolutely, I do. But just a fan coming in hot with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Needed the win. Didn't need the AD injury. Yes, very true. Now need the right trade for a big and a win. Yes. Look, I still absolutely think we need some type of trade. We need something to kind of, basically kind of round out the rotation. And if we could do that, I think we're there. I do. I think we're right there. Yeah, it does absolutely suck losing AD the way we lost him. So far from what it looks like, from what the report that we got was, it's not a major injury, it doesn't seem to be a major injury. But he's going to get an MRI tomorrow, so I imagine we'll know more. So again, hopefully it's nothing too major. But again, thank you so much, Joseph, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. You guys are all very kind tonight. Seriously, thank you so much. And if you want to continue the kindness, hit that subscribe button. We got 101 of you people trying to get to 7K by the end of the year. Yeah, that's free. That doesn't cost anything. Just a second of your time. I'd appreciate you. Getting tired of management putting off trades. Like I said earlier, it's you can only control what you can control. It takes both teams to tangle. I would love if Rob Pelinka could just call and say, hey, we're going to give you Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn and a first for Boyan, and the Pistons go, yeah, sure, like that would be great. But unfortunately, there's more to it than that. So I mean, we'll see how it goes, and hopefully they can figure it out, right? Figure something out. Is Turner a 5 or a 4? He's a 5. He's best at the 5. People like him at a 5. He likes to play the 5. He doesn't want to play the 4. He played the 4 with Indiana and Sabonis, and it was just awkward for him. So he wants to play the 5. Davis wants to play the 4. That's kind of the logic. Is like, oh, it's a match made in heaven. But he wants to be a 5, which is the problem. I'm over keeping the picks. to be honest, even if we keep Bevin down. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world. I don't, again, I don't want to trade just to trade. If we can find the right deal, the right move, the right trade, I'm all for it. Make it happen. But it's got to be the right thing. Again, can't just trade just to trade. Lakers don't need Turner. They need to play Bryant. Yeah. The Lakers can sign Stanley Johnson back. No, they cannot unless he's with the Spurs right now. But if the Spurs decide to let Stanley Johnson go, maybe or work out a trade. Actually have on my list. I saw a report that it was just kind of like, it wasn't like news. It was just kind of like it was more of like an interesting, like, why did the Spurs sign Stanley Johnson? Are the Lakers and Spurs working on something? And when the Spurs signed Stanley Johnson, that was one of the first things I thought of. Was like, I wonder if a Spurs deal is like on the way. So it was just something that like I was kind of thinking about too. So I might actually make a video diving into that a little bit here rather soon. I don't expect a trade until after New Year's. Teams don't really want to trade players during the holiday season out of respect. Yeah, I can understand that. Mid-January trades really start to be made. Yes, agreed. Losing AD made Thomas Bryant step up. Yes, absolutely. And I love it. Spurs signed him, may waive. Yeah, if Spurs end up waiving him, then yes. As he should, yes. I feel like if TB and Christie didn't have the game they had, we would have lost. It was only Russ and LeBron scoring. Yeah. Well, and Schroeder too. Schroeder really had some nice moments there, and a couple key spots. But yeah, definitely. If the Lakers play aggressive defense and make the shots, they can easily start winning games. Agreed. What did the security do to Cooper Darrell? I heard they knocked him out. Yeah, so if you go over to As It Stands, my little like mother channel, the one that started it all. If you go over to As It Stands, I actually I have the video on that channel as a YouTube short. Yeah, so go check that out. Darrell just be chatting. Yeah, I'm dead at the super chat, right? That was great little trend starting. And I really do appreciate it. Chicago Bulls are 11-7. Do you think they might sell at the deadline or sooner? I don't think. I think they probably sell at the deadline. That would be my guess, personally. I don't like. There's lots of talks about Zach LaVine lately. I don't see it. I really don't. I think DeMar DeRozan is a real possibility, but is he the answer? I definitely think that him, LeBron, and AD can work. It's just, do you go that route or do you try to get more depth and pieces? Although, what else is out there? I think it just depends on like what are the options, things like that. Two things: never shop when you're hungry. Very true. Never shop with all your money when the cupboards are nearly bare. Yes, very true. Very true. Tyler, are you still going to stream on Christmas after the game? That's the plan. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm hoping to do. I don't want to like guarantee that I'll do that because you never know. I got kids, I got family, stuff like that. If I do, it'll probably be a shorter stream, maybe, unless I can get the time. I gotta see like what what are we doing exactly? What's the family got going on? Are we doing anything major? Things like that. So I'll know more closer to Christmas, but my plan is, yes, to stream after the game. So yes, definitely look out for that. Cause I mean, we're 9 days away from Christmas. Too much invested in Kawhi. Got to see it through. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I almost feel like you should trade him personally. I do. They are winning without Kawhi. They actually have a winning record without Kawhi. So it's not like they're bad without Kawhi. Bron James in rare form. He was solid tonight. I'm not that old, so I didn't watch Jordan. I watched Kobe, but everyone says Jordan is the GOAT. How you think Jordan could play in this era? Oh, absolutely. Jordan's I don't. I'm gonna have to do a stream dedicated to it because it really is like one of those like tougher conversations. But I definitely think Jordan played in here. I mean, he played in arguably the toughest, like physically tough era. Like, and a lot of people say like Jordan would probably average, like 50 in today's era. They might not be completely wrong. Like he'd probably average. I don't think he'd average 50, but I think some people over exaggerate. But I do think he'd average quite a bit. I think he'd be, I think he'd be 30, 35 a game probably. Realistically, he was that skilled and talented. And I don't mind the Jordan argument, Jordan being the greatest player ever, but I think media was a big factor into that. Bird and Magic were on their way out. You had, the NBA kind of looking for the next, like, because Magic and Bird saved the NBA, right? So, like, they were like, what's next? And then you had this just guy who walked on air, literally come in, and it was like, oh, here we go, boom. And they, like, really put him on the pedestal. And there was just a lot of things that went in the meet. Nike paid all kinds of money to really build him up, right? Paying his fines, David Stern and him were like best friends, all that stuff. Like he came in at the perfect time, but he had the talent, right? It wasn't like he was some schmuck, some bum that like they built. He had the talent. So that helped. But like people like to pretend like Jordan had a bunch of bums and won a championship every year. Like, but leave out a lot of the other argument. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to like dedicate. Like that's something that you got to like dedicate a stream to. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know if I do it on this channel, maybe, but I definitely would do it on the As It Stands channel. May coming in. How about the $2 super chat? Some fool left some money in his sleigh. I love it. Check the reindeers with the carrots. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you for starting the trend. I appreciate it. Wife of the. Thank you, Raymond. Wife of the fat man in the red suit left alone. Took her to the man cave for refreshments. You guys are great. Seriously. Thank you. You guys are very kind. I love it. That was a good one. Left fat man, wife of the fat man in the suit. That was a good one. Unfortunately, there will be no trades, Mr. Blake. Will not make any move. I think they'll make something eventually, but hey, it wouldn't surprise me. They might want to take them red suits off. I don't know, all the mall Santas are like, what's going on? I think all you guys are joking, and I'm gonna turn on the news tomorrow and be like, there was a wave of mall Santas that were just brutally beaten and robbed last night. I can see it now. It's great. No, you guys are awesome. I love it. I love these dogs. I love the just you guys are awesome. Seriously. Mr. Palika has received extension. He's not making any moves. Maybe. Like the stream up and sub if you haven't. Yes, please. I'd really appreciate that. Seriously. We are 21 subscribers away from 6,500. Hit that subscribe button. It really helped me out a lot. We still got 102 of you in the stream. That would be awesome. If I get 21 subs right now, that'd be amazing. Get me to 6,500 on the road to 7K. You guys are awesome. Take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It means a ton. What's going on, Marcus? How are you? I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out here. MJ could play in today's league. He wouldn't be 6-0 though. Agreed. He wouldn't be 6-0. No way. Can we talk about how great LeBron was tonight? Age 77, still going crazy. Facts. He was fantastic. Seriously. This is the LeBron. This LeBron is, and that's what I said. This LeBron's still in there. I really believe, and I am sticking by it. If we make it to the Western Conference Finals, not saying we will, but if we do, I think we win a championship. I really do. Because I think the LeBron we saw tonight is in there, and I think he could even play better if you want to do. And I really think if the Lakers make it to the Western Conference Finals, healthy, they got to be healthy, right? If everyone's hurt and like 80 is not playing, then it won't matter. But if everyone's healthy, I really think LeBron James is going to look at that and go, I need 8 games to win another championship. And if I can get 8 games, I'm one away from Jordan. I tied Kobe. I tied, some of the other Magic, all them. I think he looks at that and goes, all right, let's do this. And I think he, tightens up his bootstraps and goes to work. And I think we see a potential vintage LeBron performance. Yes, Christmas Day is going to be awesome. Lots of sports, and I cannot wait. TB does need to get more consistent minutes. I am with you. Benji. Let's see. They won't win the total without Kawhi. Sorry, they're not winning with Kawhi. And they have a better record without Kawhi than they do with him. I mean, like, not total. I'm talking about, like, they have a winning record without him. Ham needs to give Christian Bryant more minutes. Agreed. Yeah, criticism isn't hate. In fact, LeBron is probably his own worst critic, but he certainly doesn't hate himself. Criticism is just an observation. When taken well, it can lead to improvement. Exactly. But I feel like people get caught up in like, oh, you're hating on LeBron. No, I'm not hating on LeBron. Like if LeBron has 8 turnovers and is holding the ball for 20 seconds, killing the shot clock and jacking up threes, and we lose the game, that's a criticism. I don't hate the guy. It's just like, hey, maybe you should play better. There's nothing wrong with that. But people, I feel like, just get caught up in the, oh, I love LeBron. As it stands, Pelinka is not pulling any triggers this year. Maybe. You may not be wrong. Any awesome group tonight? Waiting for my new card. Awesome. Well, thank you. Oh, HG, look, you've given me super chats plenty of times. I am very thankful. So don't worry about that. But yes, it is an awesome group tonight, and I'm very thankful. Seriously, you guys are all very kind, very, very kind. Spit it out, Tyler. You got them honeydews around the holidays. What wifey says goes. Oh, she's the boss, hands down. Happy wife, happy life. I am nothing but a servant to her service. Bev has said that if he gets traded and gets bought out, he wants to go back to the Wolves. Yeah. What's so good about the Minnesota? Nothing. I just think that, he feels like he made a difference there. I feel like that he feels like that's a young team that he can kind of help grow. I just, and maybe you just liked it in Minnesota, Do you think the Lakers should do the Bulls deal or the Spurs deal? This is a hard one to think about. It is a tough one to get. I think whichever one's cheaper, right? Like if you get DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic, and they want both firsts, no. Unless the Spurs want both firsts. But if you could get like McDermott, Richardson, and Pirtle for like one first, then you do that. I think it just comes down to whichever one is cheaper. Premature submission, but you get the gist. Yes. Oh, we got. Look what we got. We got a Denver fan. Denver fan in the stream. There we go. Spit it out. But yeah. Hey, sorry you lost tonight. Don't worry about it, Pikachu. Let's see. LeBron is really trying his best not to put his best cards on the table right now. His best cards on the table right now, saving them for the playoffs if they make it. But I'll show you in a bit. Yeah, look, I like I said, I really believe if we get to like the Western Conference Finals, I really think you see a completely different LeBron. I think I'm dipping into grandkids, Papa. I need fun. Getting away from this chat. I'm out. Peace. Well, I appreciate it, Raymond. Seriously, you're very kind. That was very kind of you tonight. Thank you. I really do appreciate you. You're awesome. Thank you for your support, and everybody, and even those that just like hang out and have these conversations with me and are in the streams. I appreciate it nonetheless. Seriously. If we make it, it's over for everybody. I agree. We got this. That was an awesome team win. Agreed, Sammy. Agreed. But we got to the end of the chat, so I'm going to get on out of here. Again, thank you all so very much. You guys were so kind tonight. I'm very blessed, very thankful. And just everybody hanging out. We had a great stream, great conversations, all of that stuff. It was really good. It really was. It was great. Again, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I'm only 21 subscribers away from 6,500. That would just be chef kiss if we can make that happen. But nonetheless, regardless, you guys are all awesome, and I will see you all on Sunday.